gotta tell you, man, we are getting into X-Men episode 5. Let me start off and tell you guys that this is one of the best pieces of media I have ever seen. The execution episode was absolutely phenomenal. Let's jump into a couple of hot topics that I found in this episode. The first one is this girl, Jean. Holy smokes. First of all, I'm not going to sugarcoat my comments, so just get ready for it. Now, listen, man, I respect Jean Grey. I do. I really do.
Can't tell which parts of her memories belong to her and which parts belong.
But she hella toxic. Because as Logan was pulling up, man, let me go and find it real quick. He's playing all these memories of Scott. Yeah, it's a team. There is 3 of them right in front of the homie Logan. Okay? Let me go ahead and finish playing the scene.
Myself with my psychic powers is strange.
She lifts Logan up. Okay? I'm gonna keep playing the scene.
An old friend seen from every angle but the one in your memory.
This busted mug ain't changed in 100 years, and you know it.
I remember so many things.
Cyclops!
The 2 lovebirds still ain't talking.
He's good.
Bro, I need you to understand. Oh, my mug is a lot of this screen, okay? So let me fix some stuff, okay? I need you to understand. Yeah. This is so much better. How much he is focused on Scott at this moment.
Although the way he's avoiding me recalls a time. We were in Nevada.
Damn! Scott!
Entity.
The Phoenix.
Oh, right. You were there.
Yes.
I asked Scott to go on a picnic at sunset.
So we don't need to play the whole scene. We don't gotta do all that, right? But like within moments of Jean, right? Playing the Scott stuff. Look what she pulls to my homie Logan.
Logan.
Red. Just the one. Yonder if you don't.
You forget how many sunrises your eyes have seen.
They only ever seen one of you, Red. Just the one.
Look at the blush. After talking about Scott, yo, my man Logan wasn't ready, bruh. Wasn't ready. But, what does my man Logan do? What does Wolverine do? He puts on his big boy boots.
Jean Grey. He's Scott Summers. Those are the rules. You just forgot him for a sec. Enough said. Now go talk to that overgrown Boy Scout.
Got the hell out of there. So much goddamn respect for Logan in that scene. Because growing up, man, this man was always simping after Jean Grey. And to be honest with you, since that's how I grew up, I'm ready for it. And there's something to it about giving this moment and Wolverine Logan just saying no. That's not his girl. And to a couple things, man. She clearly ain't really thinking about you like that. So if you really entertain any more than this, as far as I'm concerned, from Logan's perspective, he's only setting himself up to get hurt. So he drew his line. He told her where she needed to go, and he got the hell out of there. And him and Scott are no friends. So in my opinion, that's all self-respect. And in my opinion, that is a true love for Jean Grey. That's my opinion. He did a phenomenal job. Then we got Scott in this interview, and he is not with the bullshit.
We fight, risk our lives for you. Evil mutants, robots, crazy aliens. I gave him up. I gave him up because you can't say thank you. Because I had to stomach your questions and prove that I'm a person. I lie because the truth is we're nothing like you. Thank God, because it's the only reason you keep fitting.
Seeing how the episode ended, Scott was spitting, bruh. But, I really feel that episode. From a political point of view, I feel like Scott should not have said that. It's a politician on me. But how my heart feels, I'm 100%. They really doing this interview, grilling this man, and he has to prove his humanity. Why? You know what I mean? And then he's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not like you. I'm not even going to try to be like y'all. Because if I was, it would be over for you guys. Because we know how y'all humans operate. Got the hell out of there, right? Is this news reporter possibly trying to help him? Absolutely. But you just gotta be frustrated with the very idea of the situation. And in my opinion, that's what's bothering Scott. It's not anything personal about this reporter, in my opinion. He's wrestling with some demons. He has some personal stuff happening in his life. And he has to prove to y'all he fought aliens, he fought epic threats, lost his son. Like, does the deeds not speak for it? And then he has to sit here and lie and be fake with y'all? Damn, I respect that about Scott. The problem is, a common person like me is not. The common person is not like me. I would have heard that he saved the aliens, fighting homies that are superpowered, putting his life on the line, and I wouldn't have said a goddamn thing. That's why you don't see me tweeting about the police. I have my issues, but hey, I'm not going to be out here patrolling my neighborhood. So if they want to do it and they are doing it, God bless them. So that's controversial because some of y'all was with me until I said it. But that's how I feel. So here we got Scott going through his thing, and it's like, yo, I totally that, man. Then, you know, we fast forward. There's a lot of politics with the whole Magneto and Genosha. I don't have too much to say on that front. A lot of stuff going on with Rogue and Magneto. And I really don't have too much to say about that other than the fact that Magneto and Gambit, well, their love for Rogue as of now is pure. You gotta remember, Magneto's an interesting one, man, because he's been around the block. I didn't remember until someone commented on this episode. Him and Mystique had a thing. So he had a thing with Mystique. Now you having a thing with Mystique's daughter. Magneto, what's going on, man? What is going on, Eric? But no, it is what it is, and the relationships in X-Men are certainly not conventional ones. So I'm just gonna let that be. The thing is, with the Marvel and DC franchise, it all depends on who's the writer. And many of these people have been with various people because of different storylines. And then as a universe, you just gotta come with all of that. So I know Magneto has been around the block, but right here in this moment, I forget about all that. It's all about Rogue. It's all about the mutants. And I'm absolutely loving this depiction of him and what's going on. I'm actually gonna play this scene because I thought it was very powerful.
I need help.
You take me for a fool, acting like this is all about you and the professor.
I won't deny my passion for you. As with Gambit, loving you makes broken men whole, so that even as you deny us, our heartache is not in vain. We would be lucky to have you.
You know what Rogue's problem was? She challenged Magneto in a battle of words. You will always lose against the Lord of Magnetism. Even Naruto couldn't talk no jutsu Magneto. I promise you, man. And there's something powerful about the way he said that. You know, Rogue, you make broken men feel whole, and loving you does not feel in vain. Because I could not wrap my mind around dealing with the two-timing that we got going on. And I'm saying timing because I'm not trying to sugarcoat my words, but she kind of got two men in her life, but she's not locked down to anybody, so she's free to exercise her agency and be with whoever she want to be with. But it's tough to watch. But you know, as Eric is saying, like, he knows he's a broken man. Gambit, no, he a broken man, especially with the dialogue that we got earlier in in that void that they have, and it completes them, and they're able to tolerate, able to handle the day just having Rogue in their life. Interesting. That's crazy to me. And the way it's written, whether you agree with it or not, is beside the point. I just find that to be beautiful writing. Somehow these toxic relationships are well balanced so that you understand why these characters are in this situation, and you generally can't judge them. Except for Jean. I'm hardcore Jean on this one. Because, you know, she snapped at Scott. Alright, the reason why I'm judging Jean is because previously she was just looking at images of Scott, ran homie Logan, argued with Scott earlier because Scott has another Jean in his mind, right? And I know that mind stuff is very sacred between these two. But seeing how she was just playing Logan and was about to play Scott, because Scott can't read her mind, I'm really at Jean funny, and I have no excuses for Jean. Everyone else, in my humble opinion, they're fine. So, for the visuals on the anime, whole scene, the whole dancing, absolutely stunning. This part is why I started feeling bad for the homie Gambit. I think Gambit's already gone by now. Gambit had to just leave. That is way too much for that homie to endure. Is he gone by now? Let me look. Yeah, as soon as he sees the hand holding, he was out. He can't fly. So, from an animation point of view, I find that the drawing, the vibe, the fly, perfect, except for being Gambit. Definitely perfect situation.
Oh.
What a scene. God, look at y'all two. Yo, we was just talking to the homie Gambit. He's right downstairs. This is so toxic, but it's good. So toxic, but it's good. Oh, he already left. Jean can barely handle it herself because she's dealing with some stuff. Oh, there he is. Gambit looks over.
Assemble the council. We need to talk.
Whatever is
That lady out of here.
Protected, but shit.
eases your mind.
There we go. Dang. I would not want to be Gambit in this episode. Here. Is she ain't here for you, buddy? So tough to watch. Actually, it wasn't. I had a blast watching this. But it's, Gambit, damn, dog. It's tough to watch knowing how the show ended. That's why I'm feeling this way. Damn. Jean, though. It's hard for Jean, too. That's so freaking tough. Jeez. Oh, my God. I don't think we could call her Jean. It's Madeline Prime? My bad. I know she got a new name. I got to call her Jean, though. And then we actually get into the action. This was a very good reminder. I saw a comment when we did the original reaction that Gambit and Green be the only ones training at like super danger levels in the danger room. And they showed the efforts, or Gambit showed the efforts of that training in today's episode. So, just the Gambit's highlights. Right here.
Them rules.
Here we go. Beep. Somebody do. Beautiful. With the shot. Man is out. Worried about Rogue. I freaking love this guy. Explosion. Him looking for her. It's a very subtle touch, by the way, that he sees it and he looks to the right. He's trying to see where Rogue is. And then she appears next to him. Everything is all calm. Okay. Magneto's fighting his ass off. What a crazy display of power. Jeez. The symbolicness that they're showing. Magneto against the Charles Xavier. Look at the sincere tears coming out my man's eyes as he's thinking about the people that he just lost. You can say whatever you want to say about Eric, but he loves his people, and that's never within question. Oh! I thought he was just going to throw a train at this thing, and that would have been good enough. Nope, not Eric. Boom, whip him. Boom, whip him again. 400 years. Jeez, man. My man Eric was on that Django tip, just lashing up this giant sentinel. You know, the only thing that bothers me in seeing this is that the sentinel don't got no real emotion, don't got no real feelings. So you're just beating a machine, but I really wish there was something of feeling so that when he gets vengeance, that people would pay the price. I'm actually just going to replay it one more time. It was just beautiful. You got the tears and then the rage. They shall be avenged. Boom! That's the hit. Trying to punch that thing. They're trying to charge up team at the homie. Not Eric. Bow! fighting back against oppression. The Morlocks are losing hope. Leech said Magneto.
He promised Leech would never be scared again.
He did say that.
X-Men are no friends to the Morlocks.
Mutants in danger, or mutants are targeted. There you go, there you go. Music? Gambit? God dang, look at that, man. Crazy. X-Men has a cheat code that like few other franchises have, and it's that god dang theme song variation that they use. Notice how even when we get to the end of the episode, it goes super soft, and it's really resonates with the sadness that we're about to see. Mind you, I've already reacted to it, so I ain't gonna come in as sad as you would expect on the first watch, because by now I know what to expect. But the theme song that they have is just so cheap, because they just slide it in at any given moment with a particular variation. And I say cheap, by the way. I'm trying to say it's a broken theme. To really hype or add sadness just like that. It just popped in for 10 seconds with the homie Gambit, and you're really feeling some type of way. So, Gambit effortlessly takes this thing out. You can only imagine kind of like he's been through. They're shocked. Leech always knew. Immediately, the homie Eric gets pummeled. God almighty. God almighty. Look, man. Not only is the city getting absolutely destroyed, but you just have to imagine your feelings when you're seeing Magneto, Omega level threat, getting absolutely pummeled. Do you do? Right after the Morlocks got hope, after the X-Men Gambit came through to save them, you see Magneto just getting tossed like that. Oh, it's very hard to be optimistic during these times. Very hard. Then the goddamn, I love how realistic this was, by the way, because Magneto was fighting with the train and he gets taken out the battle. Therefore, yeah, there's gonna be some real consequences to this, you know? Sometimes it's like Superman will take a car and then bash somebody, or he's about to bash somebody, he takes a beating. Whatever car about to somebody is still going. It's still going. Here, we see what's going to happen. It's still going. But the whole Gambit takes off the ribbon. I don't know what you call that. I don't dress fancy enough. Boop! Instantly charges the entire train and causes that thing to explode. But being that close to it, he obviously took the damage as well. That's an important little detail. And here is a interesting little problem, okay? So Magneto is charging up, and these people are next to Magneto, so it makes Magneto a threat, and the very people he's trying to protect. Magneto came and leave this area because. So here's the problem. Here's the problem. I'm sorry, I'm trying to articulate this. The reason why I find this to be a powerful scene is Magneto's charging up to defend these people, and it's a catch-22. By him doing so, it makes him a target. And we know that the homie Magneto is relatively evasive. He can't deploy his evasiveness in this scene because the moment he leaves, these people are dead. Okay? So now Magneto's pinned down effectively. This dude, can someone remind me of Leech's powers? I know that Leech be leeching. Is it already happening, or does Leech control this? Because if it's already happening, what Magneto is doing right now is an epic feat. Getting his powers potentially drained, right? And he realizes what he has to do is defend these goddamn people, his people, okay? Jeez, what a freaking blast. Sending everybody flying. I don't know why super strong people do this stuff. While this man is fighting off a blast, he diverts a portion of his focus to send these two out the game so that they can't get themselves hurt. Protect us, Rogue. There's so much things that are unsaid in this episode. Like, somehow, this is what I appreciate, because many other shows can focus on the toxicity, and X-Men does dive into the relationships, but they also focus a lot on the professionalism. So Magneto and Gambit they could be having epic beef, but when it comes time to save these people or protect Rogue, they are in complete unison. They are in complete sync. Okay. So even earlier when all this took off, the first thing Magneto's like, yo, Gambit, yo, what's good? Gambit gave him a quick rundown. He's like, yo, get the Morlocks. Gambit's like, I bet. And a lot of, especially Western media, they would have been like, oh, who are you to tell me what to do? We're not really getting that. We have the relationships back, right? And it's not like we can never get it. It's fine to have an argument. But I'm just saying I appreciate that they didn't drag the toxicity into their professionalism. When it was time to save lives, these boys went right to work. And to me, it's so much respect for Rogue and her agency that's why these men are not having a particular conflict. Because when you truly love and respect Rogue, you just do your thing and you let her choose. And I was like, almost like it's a good sport. If you don't win that one, hey, I'm not going to be these dudes. I will not be in this situation. But, for me, there are times where I can look at a situation and not judge and say, I'm not going to be any one of these homies. But I get it. These dudes ain't fighting over, I ain't gonna hurt nobody's feelings with whatever you do. But this is Rogue, X-Men. She's top tier, right? They fighting over top tier stuff over here. And it's certainly what we dealing with on the streets. So shout out to Gambit. Shout out to Magneto.
Hab keine Axt.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Very sad. Very beautiful. Rogue is instantly ready to get to work. Okay. Beautiful. Watch the tears. Watch the tears. I gotta go back because, again, like I said, there is nothing missed or wrong in this episode. You guys need to understand how fast Gambit assessed the situation and acted, right? Going back to that danger room training. Watch this, guys. She breaks out. As soon as she flies, look. She hasn't even started flying. She just breaks out. Gambit already got a ring on the situation, and the very first thing he does is look at this motorcycle. Y'all would not be able to react this fast. So I'm trying to tell you, this is insane reaction speed. Most people, most beings, even a superpowered being like Superman, I'm gonna go in DC, would have just stared, and even with the super speed, would have had this girl get waxed and not respond in time. Gambit is already anticipating Rogue's action and preparing his move simultaneously. It's an incredible feat. Looking at this motorcycle. Boom. Oh, you can't even see it. These animators are not in the detail. I'm going to go because as Rogue is flying, you can see Gambit sprinting in the back. That's why I got to replay it. Right here. Watch Gambit, and I'm going to move out the way. He looks at the motorcycle. You're going to see him dash. Boom, right there. He's already on the way. That lets you know that Gambit's already doing things behind the scenes. We don't have to show all of that. Motorcycle comes. Boop! No music. Charge that. She would have been gone. Gambit just saved her life. She was going to tank that blast, or try to. These people, my man met, God dang it, Nightcrawler is his stuff together. I don't know if he's going to survive this. I sure as heck know he can't save all these people. So I would not be surprised if Nightcrawlers are alive in the following episode and the rest of the people are not. Dang. Shout out to that couple. Gambit, to your bed, raise it, he says. And raise it. Oh, he didn't finish. He didn't finish because he went right for Gambit. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Boom. I gotta go back. Did he use like a kinetic thing to launch himself forward? Because you can see as he launches himself forward, right? Watch him on the rock. I'm gonna try and pause it if I can. It's all right. He uses a staff. Does some, I don't know how to call this. Right here. Oh, he does. He touches that to propel himself further forward. Oh my God. Oh my God. Freaking Gambit, man. That's incredible. It's all happening super fast. That's what he's doing with this pole. That's what he's doing with the pole. Watching this as a kid, not gonna lie to you guys, because the last time I've watched X-Men was when I was a kid. Some of the displays of using their powers, I was too young to understand the significance of it. So I never understood the significance of Gambit lighting up his pole. Now I do. He uses the tips, blow himself forward a little bit. Crazy. I knew this is when this dude effed up. I knew it. As soon as he connected with him.
The name's Gambit, mon ami. Remember it.
Somehow, by the way, like I said, there is nothing in this episode. I already see it. It's already shaking me again. But even showing people's reaction to it. World is reacting to it. The X-Men are reacting to it. So they either Gambits are gone or not, especially if they saw that moment. I don't know what they saw, but the point is they are seeing it in real time. And it's just a lot to process. It's a lot to process. Scott, how many? That's the first thing.
How many? How many, damn it?
To reiterate for those just returning to us, regardless of your stance on recent world events,
Oh, my.
the images you are about to see may be disturbing.
And I'm going to get some of the most epic dialogue. I'm going to shut up. Let me shut up.
Hey. So good. I can't feel you.
Perfect delivery. They knew they couldn't play that hype music. They know they couldn't play the hype music. And, you know, let's talk about the final words that Rogue had. Sugar, I can't feel you. Like, the whole conversation about this feeling. And that's the thing that Gambit can't provide for her, is this feeling. You know what? I think that's why I can go in on Jean being toxic, but I don't really have anything for Rogue, because Rogue got a clear why for, you know, entertaining Eric. And it's that touch. It's a basic human physical need. A girl got needs. She got it. And, you know, can't provide that. Only the goddamn Lord of Magnetism can. So she talks about wanting to feel somebody, and she can do that with Eric. She can't do that with Gambit. And that hurts. So she can finally literally touch Gambit. She can literally touch him. And her words are, I can't feel you. So from a metaphor, it's just very, very powerful. Because now you still can't have what you want. She wanted to touch somebody. She wanted to touch him. You know, let's just get directly to it. She wanted to be able to touch Gambit. And then in order to be touching Gambit, basically, he has to be dead. Or he is dead. That's the scenario in which she gets to touch him. It's absolutely heartbreaking. And the choice of dialogue was next level from a writing perspective. Going back to episode 2, I wanted to cover that. I have not. But like when Magneto said, don't let me let you down, right? That's great writing. Because the normal saying is, don't let me down. But given their position, it's like, let me let you down. Don't get it twisted. The whole episode is nothing but great writing. So two things. This episode, this whole X-Men relaunch, 97, has got me looking at the entire American industry fun. I got me looking at them funny. K-dramas, y'all already been doing the dang thing. I don't have a problem with y'all. They doing it. They've been doing it. So that on anime, they do it, but far in between. Not all of them are goats, but I'm gonna say for Urine, for example, they do the dang thing. Going back to here, I don't see a lot of American products that flourish with writing, whether it be live action, whether it be animation. Invincible is an awesome show. I hate to do this direct comparison, but I am. I enjoy Invincible. They don't handle their relationships as sophisticated or as well as this season of X-Men. The thought process, like the Invincible. I mean, this is a comic thing, so there's nothing they can do. But I find the Invincible superhero world, I forgot what they call their group, Guardians. Like they don't seem like I see them training, but I don't really see the fruits of their training when battles actually happen. And with the X-Men, you see that. But guys, this is the X-Men that we're talking about. So when we talk about the professionalism and how these guys are elites, this season is getting me to fully understand that. And I'm an older individual, so watching it as a man is way different. I need to take some time to go back and watch the original when I get a chance, but you know how time is. And see how I think about it as a man, because all I have is nostalgia and a childlike brain trying to dissect scenes or recall scenes. But dialogue is very sophisticated. Everything. It's just not missing, you know? I don't have anything else to say. I just, doing this with you guys. It's beautiful, man. It's the animation style, absolutely beautiful. Oh my God. And that's all I gotta say. Oh, there is one last thing I gotta say. This is a long video. I don't know who makes it to the end. Comment. And it was, it's a lesser writer would not be able to articulate or defend why Magneto is, given the power that he's been giving him, the leadership. Because he's a terrorist, man. There's some terrorists, bro. If you see them taking over, I ain't gonna call their names out. There's no way we're accepting that. All y'all leaders are terrorists. And we can name multiple leaders right now who are terrorists. We're not gonna do so. There's many conflicts there are two, there's actually more than two, but there are two popular conflicts going around, and doesn't matter what side you're on conflicts or what justification you give to these conflicts. At the end of the day, innocent people dying in these conflicts, and these going in what the leadership wants, whether it's for survival or not. Let you all deal with that. But for anyone dying innocent, for anyone who is not a soldier dying in these conflicts, it's terrorism. Concern. Even if your government is legally doing this as an innocent civilian who has done nothing to contribute to a conflict one way or another, and you are dying, because stray bombs, or sometimes it's intentional bombing because there's one bad person next to you. We got to get rid of that one bad person, sacrificing 20 in the process. Man, I'm gonna say that's a T word, and that's not picking a side. The side is anytime innocent civilians are dying in a conflict and they call out terrorism, I'm like, well, yeah, that's it. Terrorists happen. We didn't do anything to cause it. So I feel for that, man. So, because the final take is, don't we all want a world full of peace and without conflict? Impossible. That's why there's villains that rise up. I know, going from a animation perspective. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna speak. That's why we got homies like Elon. We're gonna start the Neuralink, and it's just not gonna surprise me. This is some mark of the beast. Oh my God, I can't believe it's happening. So we're ending this on a wild thread. So I happen to believe in something called the mark of the beast on a standpoint, and everyone's gonna have to take it one day. And if you don't, you're going to hell. That's what we're basically taught. But I can see how it can be necessary. At first, people thought it was going to happen in COVID. Now, it could happen via these neural links. Elon has already done that. That's a fact, because somebody was playing some simulation game using the neural link. But it can suppress, or you'll need it to suppress, committing atrocious acts. And anyone who doesn't have one of these are going to be looked at funny. We know in China they're using some type of social score system to try to regulate the population. And it starts as optional. What happens is, let me use this neural link for an example. By taking a neural link that regulates behavior. No, but the neural link is not doing this now. I'm gonna jump a couple steps First is the brain implant. Y'all ever had one of these apps that you turn on, and if it tracks your driving activity, your car insurance rates can be cheaper or lower? Let's blend some technologies here. So you have a Neuralink, and in the future they say turn this on all the time, and it will monitor your hormone levels, all sorts of stuff. Allow us to monitor it. Your insurance will be cheaper because obviously we can keep track of your blood. We'll know if you're smoking or if you're drinking. And we can monitor your adrenaline, so we can monitor what type of situations you're in that can lower your stuff. There's going to be so much pros that they add on to it that eventually not having it is just a con, because you're going to be missing out on too many of the basic elements. It's very much similar to dollarization. There's a certain point that you just need to interact with the dollar as an economy, because you just cannot trade goods. So you just need the dollar. So I can see a point where, yeah, no one's forced this Neuralink, but you can't participate in many areas of the economy or the world because you don't have it. So eventually enough people are going to get it or would get it, and then you would regulate human behavior on another level. But what I'm trying to say is there's a medium area where it's crazy, where it'll make sense for people to want to get these type of implants. And then once I just explained to you how it can make sense, and then there's going to be a very thin line. Think about the Patriot Act. There's a very thin line between, high-level officials and CEOs to just control the population, and or just some rogue coder just doing something that they weren't supposed to do. It happens with social media companies. It just happens. So this is unrelated to X-Men. It's completely unrelated to X-Men. These are the kind of things I talk about. But if I suddenly die, I need everyone to know that I am not, and I don't mean to joke, but I'm not the kind of person that would off myself. I'm just not. So if I ever go, y'all need to look at everything that I was saying and go with it. Because me going in a suspicious scenario or anything like that, that's not Lee. Lee wants to live a long life. That's why I give up drinking. That's why I'm working on my health, trying to live a long time. So, you know what I mean? So don't let me die, and then y'all didn't take all my cause. Just like the homie Magneto, he did Charles's cause die. Anyway, this is a long video, man. I said way more than I intended to. So I'm out. If you guys made it to the end and actually listened to that craziness, let me know. Because it does impact how I deliver content, how much I'm going to focus on the show, or how much I'm just going to be talking, saying some wild stuff like I just did. So, I'm out, guys. I'm active on Instagram. Thanks for connecting.